What is up, fellow bench warmers? Welcome to your daily Fantasy Quickie. Hey guys, what's up? We are winding down last 2.5 weeks of fantasy. It's been a long
Sadness.
season and
Long season.
long season that would boil down to 1 week or 2 weeks. And right now, I think Commish is in not good position when it comes to his teams. So
Yes.
I think he has been leading for pretty much the whole year, and then it boils down to tell them about the story about you against one of our friends, Van, who made the playoffs without even updating his lineup.
Sleepwalking.
Basically
sleepwalking through the playoffs. He updates it once every couple of weeks whenever he has time. But our friend is very busy, so we don't take it against him naman. He updates it every so often only. But he got into the playoffs as a third seed. That's so we can see how strong his team is. The third seed, and he was not updating it the whole quarterfinal series, and he was not even playing 8 on the whole week.
What seed are you?
I'm second. I had a bye. I had a bye.
All right,
second.
Okay.
So I was bye last week. So I was monitoring the matchup between Van and the 6th seed, who was leading the whole time. Because as I said, Van was not making any moves. He was not adding the players who are not injured anymore. Not activating them, not doing anything. And so I wasn't preparing for him because I was thinking, how can he win by doing this, right? Well, at the very last day, he was able to tie the score 5-5 and higher seed wins. So he got in. And then, as I said, okay, his team is strong, but if he's not going to make moves or not going to do anything, I think I'll be okay. But, the day before,
he woke up and realized he made the semifinals.
He woke up from slumber.
And realized he made the semifinals.
I think it's the opponent, because the opponent is a very nice guy. He messaged in the group na congratulations that you won over me, you did well, etc. And I think maybe Van saw the message, I won, so let me see what happened, and then he just updated their lineup and everything. Now I'm in deep trouble.
Now he is updating the lineup.
Trouble.
What's the lineup? He got a strong lineup actually, right?
He has a strong lineup. He has Jokic, he has Garland, which is so hot. We'll talk about Garland today, I guess. He has Brandon Ingram, he has Tate, he has Jonas Valanciunas, Ayton, PJ Washington, Nurkic. Yes,
and
it's a big lineup, and that's just how it goes sometimes.
It's a 10-cat league, and in a 10-cat
league, offensive rebounds.
They have offensive rebounds. And Ayton alone, I think, had how many today? I think he had a lot today.
And he has Plumlee also, by the way, Mason Plumlee.
Well, at least
good thing he's not gonna play tomorrow.
Yeah, he's not playing tomorrow, so at least there's that. But good luck on that. Imagine if he wins the league, sleepwalking through it. That would be a great playoff or fantasy story.
Looking at it, he might be playing against his brother in the finals. Han, another of our friend, who's leading also in the other semifinals. So let's see. It's going to be an upset because the number 1 seed has a very, very high record here in this league. It's been number 1 for a long time. So let's see. And I guess I'll segue to the Domantas Sabonis, and I'll just...
Yes.
I want to,
rant.
To say a lot of bad words to him. But I was just going to ask, because, guys, I own Sabonis in 2 of the leagues that I have playoffs this week. And maybe this is a example of why you should not own a player in multiple leagues. Do you agree with that? What do you think?
It's actually hard to own a player in multiple leagues, but there will definitely be some players that are similar. I don't know. it's quite hard to tell. I think it's just a matter of, because if you get to a certain point in the draft wherein this player has value already, is pretty much in a good value, you'll probably pick him even if it's the same player from your other leagues, right? It's just so unfortunate that Sabonis had to miss the crucial parts of the game, and it's probably, well, and it's sad. It has affected. It will affect a lot of your team. So,
but for instance, let's say you have Tatum, and then you'll be choosing between Tatum and, let's say, I don't know, LeBron. Let's say LeBron, and then you have LeBron in another league. Would you choose Tatum? Let's say for you they're similar. Would it be a negative for you in choosing Tatum again because you have Tatum? You drafted Tatum. But like you have 8 or 9 leagues, so it will happen. Will you
I have a lot of Carl Anthony
really diversify?
Carl Anthony Towns is
okay.
one player that I have in multiple leagues, and luckily for me,
will you change your strategy? Will you change it next year?
No, I'll probably draft the same way. I mean, whatever I picked up from here, maybe not everyone's the same. I guess it just boils down to luck, and I think I think you won't really think too far ahead when you're drafting. You just pick the good players, and then see what happens. We all expect that luck would play a part in head-to-head, and we've seen it over the past couple of weeks where even the first seed, if they got struck by the unlucky Lightning, they'll be out. I mean, players.
And today we will see a lot of examples of unlucky Lightning. Jeremy's saying.
Yeah, and Sabonis is one. We've got we've over the past weeks we have Levine, we have Harden, we have and I think players who had Anthony Davis, for example, right now, even if they drafted him and kept him and they were able to survive, I think they are considered the lucky ones already, because
even if Davis is not playing well, right?
Even if Davis is not playing well, because Harden's not even there, right? Harden's not even playing. Who else are in the top picks, right? Trae Young isn't even playing.
Trae Young, Harden,
LeBron isn't playing, right?
LeBron, Kristaps.
Kawhi is not playing.
Kawhi, Kristaps. So there's a lot of variables, as you said.
So
a lot of variables. That's why a lot of top seeds have been losing.
Yep.
Because they usually have these players like Harden, Davis,
Levine.
They're probably got the top 3 picks, right? I mean, a big chance that the team with the top 3 pick would do well, usually.
Yeah. So, actually, the teams who did well in the regular season were probably teams with Levine in them, Donovan Mitchell in them. These players were kind of underrated when it comes to Levine was second round but produced borderline first round value, right? Kawhi was late first round in the regular season. He was producing top 5, top 6 value. Now he's out, so that's gonna be a big drop from your team, because if you won with them, now he's out. There's gonna be a big drop in terms of the other players.
And update Zach LaVine's status. He's still gonna be out a week or so. So that's out of the whole. Maybe week 20 would be the earliest you'll see him. The last week of the season. So if you're in a crunch, you need his roster spot. Based on what Billy Donovan said, you can move on if next week is your finals. A week or so. So still some time away.
Yep.
So
I would assume Chicago would, want to make sure he's good to go whenever he's ready, because, they're fighting for that playoff spot as well. And they got deeper, I guess. They got deeper.
Agree.
They have Vucevic there, so at least they have that
they
one
got
player,
deeper.
right? So they have that one player.
And they've not been playing well, though. So even if if they're not doing well. Basically, they're not doing well. So there's really no urgency in the way I see it. Like, even if Lavin plays, they've not been playing well.
Yeah.
Unlike Atlanta, when Trey was playing, they were very hot. So Trey might come back early.
Speaking of Atlanta, Bogdanovic did not play today.
Hamstring.
We were just talking about him.
He had a hamstring.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do with Atlanta anymore right now.
There's really no one there.
I mean, Goodwin, the one who was stretched in wheelchair, pulled out of the wheelchair in the last play today. And then Bogdanovic was okay, had some tightness in the hamstring. So it's a mess right now. Gallinari is playing terribly. Chris Dunn is terrible. Kevin Huerter is injured. So I don't trust anybody in Atlanta. Williams was a stream today, but he did not shoot the ball well. So I'll pass on that as well. Maybe you just wait for Bogdan to come back the next game. I hope it's not going to be long.
Yeah,
it's a game time decision.
I guess the only players to own there are Collins and Capella.
Collins.
Right?
Yeah. Collins and Capella. With Bogdan, yeah. 3 of them.
Yeah, so so anyway, let's move on to let's talk about some players who have been struggling as well. Terry Rozier has been struggling a lot over the past 2 games.
He's 8 of 35 the past 2 games. And 1 out of 15 from 3 points. So I think your field goal is basically shot already this week. So that might open up some. Yeah.
Fortunately for me, I'm still winning the field goal battle because I have John Collins, I have Zubac there, with the Terry Rozier lineup. So.
Okay.
So that's
well, lucky you. But for others, what you could look at it in a different light. If this happens, then it opens up some other players to your team. Players who, like Tim Hardaway Jr. maybe. Yep. Or players who just shoot terribly, like Theo
players
Maledon.
you don't normally want to get because of their field goal.
You can get.
Yep, you will now be able to get them.
Yeah.
And it's similar way with turnovers, right? If you are so much far away from turnovers, you'd probably be less cautious on which players you get. Right? And just get anyone who's available and can help the other categories. I think that's the silver lining in that. And that's the silver lining in this one. But like I told Commish, the past 2 games have been rough for Rozier. I saw the game today.
Mm-hmm.
Even layups he has been missing. So I don't think, might be the matchups as well, because these are 2 relatively better defensive teams, Milwaukee and Boston. So, and of course, most likely these teams have adjusted for him. So, hopefully he gets out of it soon, real soon, and as soon as the next game, because I am in the finals with Rozier. So, So, Rozier, and then Covington is also slumping. I've seen a lot of Robert Covington post in a lot of fantasy groups.
He's a popular guy again.
Yep.
The popular guy again. The last time he had 15 and 11, so people were happy. But outside of that 15 and 11 game, Covington has been downright terrible ever since. We were talking about this a couple of weeks back when Yusuf Nurkic came back, right? We were talking about it, and some people were saying, no, it's just matchup thing. It's not really a slump. It's not Nurkic, but you have a lot of data already. When Yusuf Nurkic played early the season, he struggled. When Yusuf Nurkic got injured, he played well. So I think it's really a Nurkic thing. I'm not saying he's gonna be this bad. He was 0 of what a while ago, 0.5, 0.6, I don't know what, 0 point. So he's not a must hold for me.
Not a must hold, so you can drop him altogether.
0 of 6. He had 6 rebounds, 1 steal, and 2 blocks today. That's okay. 1 steal and 2 blocks, but it's just bad. I think if you need the roster spot, you can drop him. In my opinion only. I'm not saying he will not bounce back. The next game is Brooklyn, so he has an easy schedule coming up. But I don't think that his upside is that high with Nurkic there.
And it looks like Nurkic we'll see. He played the back-to-back today.
Oh yeah, he played the back-to-back today. Yeah.
So I also was worried about Nurkic not playing today, but he played it. So that's, I guess, good sign for Nurkic owners. And he played well. He had 15 and 9, a steal and a block. So he is slowly picking it up, Yusuf Nurkic. So
I think it helped. It helped that they routed their opponent yesterday. So he only played. And today. Yeah.
And today. Nurkic also had only 21 minutes today.
So damn you, Nurkic.
So if you have...
On the week, I have to face you.
If you have Covington, you also blame Nurkic for playing. But if you have Nurkic, I'm sure you're gonna be pretty happy with what he is doing right now for you in the playoffs. Tyler Herro is not a hero.
He's not a hero.
I've never been a fan of Tyler Herro's fantasy value. It's just not enticing to own.
He is not enticing to own, and his value relies solely on his bubble performance and his pretty face and the girlfriends that he dates. He's out. He's been out for 3 games, so he's IL eligible. But even if he's IL eligible, I'd rather stash someone with more upside.
I'll probably drop him.
He's still owned in two. This is the last time I'm gonna remind you guys. He's owned in too many leagues in Yahoo. His ownership percentage is too high. I think
because
you should drop him.
Because it's Tyler Herro.
Kendrick Nunn came back today. So, given that situation, Kendrick Nunn is a must-hold. Last night, we were talking about Nunn. He was questionable. He played today. So, hold on to your Kendrick Nunns and drop your Tyler Herros.
Yep, and Kendrick Nunn has been even better than Herro in the times he's played, right? And
yes.
He has slowly gotten more consistent minutes as long as he's not injured, right? So
yes,
just I just feel that Tyler Herro has been overrated as a fantasy player, and yeah, I also have him in one of the dynasty leagues. So, but most likely I won't keep him. I don't think he's worth to be a keeper in that league. Steven Adams got injured with a toe.
Again. What's with these toes? What's with these toes?
These toes and big man.
He's a drop. Steven Adams is a drop. I don't care if he comes back the next game. His upside is too low to hold him right now. If Sabonis is being dropped by a lot of managers when he's about to come back soon, I think Adams is more of a drop. You should not think twice. You have a lot of big men you could pick up right now.
Let's give them some examples. Who are the good big men that you could pick up at this moment?
Yeah, I mean, even Naz Reid is better than Steven Adams.
Yep.
Even Naz Reid is better.
So that's one player that you can add for Steven Adams. We'll think of some who you might be able to use but again, centers are very few in the waiver wire.
Yeah,
even
true.
Players like Tony Bradley is not doing well, so he's not really worth an ad.
Maybe Roby,
if he's there. I've seen some Moses Brown being dropped a couple of days ago.
Blake Griffin. I mean, for certain days.
Hey, Jeff Green's playing well.
Jeff Green also. So even actually today, Dwayne Dedmon played well, although you don't expect it to be everyday thing. But he played well today.
Yep.
So there are players. You don't really need a center. What you need is someone who can get the rebound.
If you need a rebound, like I was saying, if you need a rebound, then other players in the other positions can also provide.
Royce O'Neal.
Yep, Royce O'Neal. Cody Martin had 9 rebounds.
Cody Martin. So there's
had 9 rebounds today, although they don't have a game in the next couple of days. But he can be worth. They have another back-to-back, I think. So
KJ Martin.
KJ Martin is another player if you need the rebounds. There are lots of recommendations. Delon Wright, who many thought would benefit the loss of the Aaron Fox, but
yes.
Other than them being blown out, he hasn't really shown up much. Actually, it's worse today because they were blown out and he had more minutes. He played more minutes, I think today. And still, not the Delon Wright that we want.
He has not done much, even with more minutes, more usage. So again, not a must hold for me. Can go look for hotter players. Ty Jerome, maybe Malachi Flynn, maybe even Pritchard. The short stream players, like later, we're gonna talk about some of them. There are lots of them.
Yeah, let's talk about them now. Facundo Campazzo is one.
Facundo Campazzo. I'm so sad. I love Facu, but I didn't get him in any of my leagues.
Yeah,
I too think late.
He is a little bit underrated as well, with Dozier being a more popular ad among the fantasy managers. But today, he showed why he should be added. They have another game tomorrow, so you can add him there. And then they have a break, and then they'll have, I think, another 2 games or 1 game.
Another 1 game.
Yep.
So there. So steals and assists, Facu has taken over from Monte and Jamal. And since we're here, let's talk about PJ Dozier a little bit, just fast. He has not been consistent, so people have been adding him as a regular guy. He has been a
popular ad.
Regular guy. I think he's more of a every other day he will get hot kind of a guy. Not consistent. So I'd rather stream him.
That's 2 games already that he show up. So I just think he is at this point you don't know what you'll get, I guess.
Yes.
From Dozier. And that's going to be a very big challenge for fantasy managers, especially if it's in the playoffs. Right? In the playoffs, you'll probably look for, hey, I need assists, right? Or I need steals, or I need points, right? You probably are not sure if you're gonna what you're gonna get with Dozier. Am I gonna get threes? Am I gonna get steals? Am I gonna get assists? Right? Today he gave 2 threes, I think, and just about 9 points.
3 rebounds, 3 assists, something like that.
Yep.
Not much.
So you don't know what he's gonna. He didn't even have a steal, I think, today, or just 1. Facu, on the other hand, you know what you'll get with Campazzo. You'll get assists at least. So if you need assists, he's your guy, right?
Yeah.
If you don't need assists, probably you won't add him, right? Because you maybe
agree.
For steals, you'll add him. He's like a TJ McConnell who's starting.
Agree. TJ McConnell was the one that we compared him to.
Yeah,
and he's actually better than McConnell now.
Yep, he's better because he gets a lot of minutes and he is a good, facilitator as well. And he can shoot better, I guess. I think he can shoot better from threes, from anywhere. So I think Facu should be a good add. Although, unfortunately, he only has 2 games left this week. But it's not a bad schedule. I think they have a game every other day, so
yes,
it's not a bad schedule for him. You can pick him up, skip a game, and then play him, and then drop him altogether. Gary Harris showed up with Orlando.
Okay.
Is this a fluke or is this?
No. He's been hot the past few games, and actually, ever since he started playing in Orlando, he was decent. He's been decent, and Okiki looks to be out with the sprained ankle. So
what?
if you're gonna ask me again, we're gonna get a lot of questions. Drop Okiki. I think so. I mean, possible. We don't have any details, but Yahoo has him out. It did look bad. So he might miss 1 or 2 games maybe out of precaution. So up to you if you can hold on that long.
He's out. Yeah.
But Gary Harris would be good. Gary Harris would be good with Okiki out. He's gonna get more minutes. He's gonna get more shots. He's gonna get more threes. He's gonna get steals. So I'm happy with Gary Harris.
He has been good. He's not even bad in the field goal department. Yeah. So but it's just so sad. I didn't know Okiki would be out. He played well today.
Yes, the best game in a while, and then he got injured. Fantasy gods.
If you need steals, he is your guy.
Fantasy gods hate us.
Man.
Fantasy gods hate us.
I just added him the other day.
But well,
and I didn't know he was out. I added another player, and oh man. Anyway, Lonnie Walker, because Derek White is out of the rest for the rest of the regular season, so Lonnie Walker should strive there in San Antonio. Torrey Craig in Phoenix is actually a good defensive or player with defensive stats and rebounding.
Yeah, but this is for deeper leagues. Very deep leagues. He's a hit or miss kind of a guy. Jay Crowder is coming back sometime soon, but we're not sure yet exactly when. So as long as he's out, I think Torrey Craig has that hit or miss potential.
Torrey Craig in deep league, maybe 16 to 18 team league. 16 above maybe. Even 16, I'm not sure if he's worth the ad, but 18 maybe would be the safer one. Niang, Georges Niang, from
this guy.
Is he
an
ad or is it just because he played well today just because it was a blowout? It was a pretty bad blowout.
There's no Conley. He started. So without Conley, they have Clarkson as their starting point guard, I think, and Niang as the shooting guard. So I like him for the back-to-back set coming up for
Utah. Actually, they didn't start Clarkson. I don't know why.
Ingles.
I think Ingles started to play the point guard.
Yeah.
So Niang could be a good ad.
He's a good ad. He as long as it's not a total route, he's gonna get 30 minutes at least, I think.
Yeah.
For the back-to-back.
And this is even for 14 team.
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
It's just a stream. It's just one ad for 2 days. So.
And I think they have a back-to-back in the towards the end of the week. So.
Yeah, if you add him now, you get him for the back-to-back. Phoenix and Toronto. So you should do that.
Yep. So Georges Niang, another player you can add. So those are the waiver wire specials. We'll probably won't talk about the shooting stars or the performing stars. But anything you want to talk about, Commish? Players. Garland.
Not much.
Garland
we mentioned already. Julius Randle's first round value already, guys. Jaylen Brown is number 1 overall the past 2 weeks. Number 1 over Jokic, over Steph. I think it's being slept on also. So
if you are against these players, man, I pity you.
Yeah, Julius Randle especially.
Not the best situation to be in against any of these players because they've been hot. And hopefully your players have been hotter, and you can still struggle. But again, sometimes you don't really need the points or the threes because sometimes our definition of hot is they score a lot and they shoot a lot of threes, they score a lot of points, but those are just 2 categories, and you might be able to steal a few more categories that might be easier for you guys, especially when these types of players are scoring wild for their teams. All right. So yeah, that's it for Daily Fantasy Quickie. If you missed yesterday's Q&A, it's already up on Spotify and on YouTube. And we'll see you again tomorrow for another Daily Fantasy Quickie. Bye!